Okay, we all hate sex offenders, but is this like throwing the baby out with the bathwater here?
You know what? This is an outrage. I want to know what this DA does all day long. If he's going to charge two 13-year-olds with felonies, then after the public outrage, he says, oh, it's just misdemeanors, but oh, maybe I'll just do probation. It is an outrage to put that burden on that little boy and have to listen to him taken out in handcuffs, facing a sentence of being a sex offender for the rest of his life. It's an outrage. It's wrong. And the people of that county should be upset because there are a lot of other crimes for that DA to focus on.
Ryan, though, did we establish a climate where a DA feels not only empowered but required to react as strongly as you possibly can to any allegation?
I think we did. I honestly think we did. I think DAs feel like they have to jump on everything wholeheartedly.
I was the DA.
I know. I think but that's what they're doing now. And you know what? The thing about this is, think about probation. He can't even hang out with his younger siblings alone in the same room. If he violates that, he can go to jail. That's how ridiculous this is.
So, Mark, what happened when we went marching down this road?
Well, I'm with Janine. This has got to be one of the stupidest decisions by a prosecutor I've ever seen. I thought I've seen some pretty stupid decisions. The idea that you're going to take these kids in, that you're going to strip search them, that you're going to detain them in juvenile hall, and then you're going to file charges against them, felonies at age 13 for conduct that basically they should get a tardy slip for, or that they should be kept after school. I don't think that the citizens there should be just outraged. I think they should recall the DA. I think somebody needs to get this DA out of office. It's a complete outrage.
This is a school issue, by the way. Why isn't the principal handling this as opposed to the police officers getting involved? That's ridiculous.
Well, and why is this principal calling the cops?
What did you say, Mark?
Why is this principal calling the cops?
Exactly.
What's the matter with this?
Because they're paranoid. That's why.
The principals are afraid not to do anything because the law requires them to call the cops.
I said to Janine on Friday, we're on Mike and Juliet's show, that if it was my daughters, I have a 13 and 14-year-old, I'd give those boys a kick, but it'd be in their front, not in their back. All right, so that's we all are agreed on that. In the earlier segment, before the commercial break, we spoke to the woman who was allegedly almost killed by her husband. I wanted Dr. Victoria Zdrok, our resident psychologist, to come on the program today because I want to ask her a question. Last week, I asked you, Dr. Zdrok, whether or not a marriage could survive infidelity. And you said yes. Can a marriage survive physical abuse? And the reason I ask you is almost inevitably the man says he's sorry. Or, you know, it's usually the man. And the woman drops the charges. Only in some cases to end up tragically. Should a woman stay with a man who, once he's abusive, or is that the end of it?
In most of the cases, absolutely no. However, if the perpetrator expresses guilt, if he's willing to undergo counseling and follows through with counseling, there are rare cases in which the marriage can survive it, but in most cases, should it? No.
But isn't counseling mostly about telling the offender, because I've sent many of them to jail, basically saying it's against the law, it's wrong, as opposed to getting to his behavior? Can we really change that?
Well, that's the problem, is most counseling is very superficial and doesn't target the roots of the behavior. You know, the control issues, the low frustration tolerance, the substance abuse. So only real counseling that goes down to these core issues can change somebody's behavior.
I think when in doubt, throw them out. That's my rule.
I'm saying 90% of the cases, it shouldn't survive.
All right. I want you all to stick around.